No, Tara's the one that asked me to close the door. Like, that's a 100% fact.
Gap of time that I have no idea about. So going from that to waking up with your dick in me, and then other people saying, oh yeah, I never saw you at all, that didn't happen, oh no, you didn't do this, you only had this amount of shots, or telling y'all that I didn't feel normal. And he's like, well, you had back-to-back rumpies. And I was like, no, I didn't. I asked Caitlin what I drank. I only had one rumpies.
We left, like, you know, with everyone, you know, came back here, so it's just like, I'm not paying attention to time like that. We're just vibing, you know what I mean?
So, after you got there, what happened?
I remember walking into Mike's room, his bedroom.
Okay.
And they were in the bed together.
Who's they?
This will be Mike and Tara are in the bed together.
And what were they doing?
I mean, I don't know. They both had their shirts on. Like, Mike was on top, you know, kissing her. She was laughing, giggling around. I remember that.
No, I wasn't on top of you. Not that I remember at all. I was not on top of you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just checking doors, and all of a sudden, Jonathan opened one door, and he was like, oh shit, and closed it. And I guess they were, you know, having intercourse or something.
And then Mike being like, hey, what's up, dude? And I was like, where's everybody at? And he was like, I don't know. You know, if anybody's here, they should be out there. And I was like, yeah, I guess so. And I remember Tara saying, hey, Nidji, will you close the door, please?
You don't know at what point Nidji walked in. I understand that. But, like, for someone else to walk in on me having sex, like, what position were we in? Like, what you said we didn't really have sex, that, like, one position, what position?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's a conversation for you, because if you've known him and you guys are really fucking good, and he did, because like I said, that's the first time I'm hearing of it.
Well, you said we only had sex in, like, one position, so if that's the case, what position were we in? Well, you said that. You said that just now, that we only really had it in one position. That's what I'm saying. If it was only really one, then you know what I mean? Like, when he walked in, it would probably be the same. I'm just asking.
And then we walked in, and they had been, they were doing their thing somewhere in his room.
What?
I don't know.
So
I literally opened the door, shut it, and I was like, all right, it's time to leave. It's time for me to go. I was like, I don't want to be here. If I would have known it was his room, I wouldn't have even opened up the door in the first place, because that's, I mean, like, I was raised, like, you don't go into someone's,
Right.
like, the master room or anything, but I had never been there, so we didn't know.
once you get to Michael's, you walked into Michael's bedroom, and then you see Michael on top of Tura.
Are you on top of me, or what?
Yeah, no, I get it, because I mean, I was laying side by side with you, like, pretty much the whole fucking entire time. You know
The whole
what I mean?
time we were
So,
having
like,
sex, is what you're saying?
So the whole time we were there, just being intimate in general.
They're laughing, they're giggling, and Tura's like, hey,
I mean, when I say on top, I mean, like, Michael is sitting up on his knees and Tara's laying down. Like, he's not, like, physically on top of her, but, like, that's...
yeah.
So, like, next to her? Like,
Like, if
you
she's-
lost me on that one.
It's okay, like, if she's laying down,
Trying to picture
he's
it, too.
sitting up here on his knees, at the end of it.
Okay. Like, by her feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
but he's not, like, physically, like, stomach to stomach on top of her.
Oh,
by
okay.
any means.
That's a good thing, Alex. Okay.